expended on this.
And Kasing is so much faster now because he's got the Cloud Drake. So he's able to rotate to the red buff faster. I'm ever the optimist. Taxa will be able to take this away. His red buff is only just respawned for him there. Shadow did actually have a little fish around, and he's going to head over to try and steal this away. So it's just a red buff divide here, but it does mean the map is kind of getting split down the center. Mouse trying to control the top side of the map. As you can see, their wards are placed heavily around there. XL, their wards are towards this bot side of the map. So a divide has started to come through for both XL and Mouse. The question is how are they going to use this? Who's going to actually gain the advantage from this? Because at the moment, Sendo is quite comfortable absorbing pressure. This is what he's done all EU Masters for the XL roster, while bot lane, Sean and Kasing are getting plates. They are getting additional gold from the state of the lane.
Well, the big thing is that is really enacting here is that now Shadow is actually falling behind in terms of jungle because he can't invade heavily.
Oh, Kasing, they flash forward, they get to Mossy and Justice down. And that's first blood to Konyo.
Gotta respect the level 6 from the Garen Yuumi, the all-in potential is huge, and Kasing, of course, sleeping a little bit there, and yes, they got a couple of plates. That doesn't mean nothing, because if you compare the gold, if the observers could show us, you'll see that Yuumi is pretty significantly ahead of the Bard, and Garen, because he got that kill, is actually ahead of Yarnan, so despite losing those 2 plates, they're comfortable, they're ahead.
Yeah, they're very comfortable with that now. We started out well here at 4XL. Done a backfire a little bit. Special's looking for Knight, but Knight will take the stun, take a bit of damage, has that Chrono Shift still, so XL not really going to be able to get much more than a little bit of light health punishment onto Knight. Sendo did get himself a plate up in that top lane.
It's a constant pressure, and that ties into what Tax was able to do, which is take away some camps from the bot side, and then Shadow didn't feel like he could contest the top side camps because Special and Sendo permanently had priority. But now, this is what I wanted to see. This is something that XL don't always do. They normally rely on Special to win 1v1. He's not in a good matchup here against the Echo. So I wanted to see Kasing and Taxa move there. Hopefully this is them finally looking for it. They will provide some vision control. But other than that, not too much going to happen.
Taxa feels like he's a little lost on where to be able to go on the map. Actually heading over towards this top side, towards Tolkien. Kasing getting zoned away. Tax and Sendo maybe looking for the dive here. Tolkien, no cannon barrage, does have his flash and Shadow to back him up, but he's already low HP. Tax is going to pick himself one up, and now Mouse jumps over the wall, but Shadow gets himself one in return. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Sendo being zoned away, but he's looking to turn it back around, catching those boomerangs. XL, they try for the play, but Taxa pays the price.
Yeah, interests me, the reason he chose to die so quickly is he didn't want to give the kill or the assist over the Knight. But still, they go for the aggressive play on the top side. Mouse react well. Knight moves up. Shadow's there. And it's just, there's no real way to get out of this at all. It's unfortunate Shadow actually nearly got in range to use the ultimate. Doesn't in the end. And Taxa, he's not want to get picked up by Knight. He'll just go down. But it does mean another stack over to Shadow, who I believe is on 2 right now. And the thing is, Mouse are fine taking these trades. They want the game to stall out. Their composition favors that pretty heavily.
Shadow's on 3 stacks right now. He's one off that key one you always talk about, the 4 stack, where you get the additional range as well. This is very good for Mouse's jungler, for the person we look to carry this team. XL, they've only got themselves a slight gold lead here. We wanted them to kind of get a little bit more early. It isn't really resulting in too much for the moment.
And the problem is I feel like they haven't really been able to free Special up. He is now level 9. He has just been past the blue buff. So this is a big spike for Special. He's got the maxed Dark Spheres, so they're going to do 25% extra damage to champions. He's got a blue buff, so you can expend the mana to shove the wave out. He's in a really good position, and I want to see XL be proactive with him from this point on. Looks like we do have a pause. Just some technical issues coming through. Yeah, as I was saying, I feel like Special, he's in a good position now to be proactive on the map. I want to see that come through, especially because bot lane, they've been chipping away at the tower, but at the end of the day, they still didn't really get a massive lead over them. They're actually behind in terms of gold, and Garen Yuumi, we've seen, scales incredibly well. The laner phase can be rough, it can be punished, but if you don't, it's just going to be monstrous.
And I actually, because you don't have like the traditional AD carry, someone like a Kai'Sa as well, XL don't actually have a way to deal with the Garen later. So Mouse are quite comfortable taking, you know, a small kind of few light losses here. They're like, what, 500-600 gold down at the moment? They are quite happy to take that, go, okay, you get a few plates in lane, you get a few kills over here, but the Garen Yuumi, relatively quite comfortable in their lane. They get that time to scale, and their team in general also has some pretty nice scaling. They've got a gangplank there. I mean, Echo, obviously, his job is to be one-shotting people later, i.e. special. His job is to one-shot the Syndra, and he'll be able to do that if he gets a little bit more time under his hand.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a lot of win conditions over to Mousesport to go into the later stages. They're going to have the poke advantage because of the Yuumi. They're going to have better team fight because they have so many tools that come in really clutch in those. A lot of champions like the Olaf do fall off later on. Heimerdinger just isn't able to offer as much damage, even as a Yuumi. I mean, normally it's Heimerdinger versus a traditional AD carry, but here the Yuumi can just put out so much, and the poke is the main thing. You can just fire those prowling projectiles. You can even use them to take out the turrets, which makes it difficult. What I need to see from XL is they need to have a strong pace coming from here on out. I very much describe them